Okay, stop giving a what other people think. This video, I want to talk to you. If you're planning on moving to Thailand or anywhere in Southeast Asia, this video's for you. And I want to talk to you about what to tell other people. Are you ready? Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Hey, what's up? It's JJ the Lonely Bull in Asia, right outside my condo. I can grab some street food if I want, but I'm just gonna walk down here to a coffee shop, get some coffee, and have a discussion. I want to help you out when you tell your friends and family that you're thinking about retiring and moving to Thailand. And you get that dog look with the cocked head, and you get the people saying, why the hell would you want to go there? And don't you love us? And are you, you're never going to see us again? And you're deserting us, you're abandoning your family, your friends, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to let you know how to respond to those friends and family members when they say things like that. But let's get to the coffee shop. And this place is called Bistro M. BM for short. But here, look at your prices. Good prices on the coffees here. I get a hot Americano for 60 baht, which is about $1.80. You can get, you know, they have iced teas, fizzies, whatever those are. But I'm getting a coffee. I'm getting a hot Americano. Good morning, Sawadee Krab. Could I get a hot Americano?
Hot Americano?
Yeah. Kapkun Krab.
Will be best for your chin.
Oh, you can keep, yeah. Kapkun Krab. You too. Okay, it's only 55, not 60. So I just gave her 60 and let her keep the rest. Okay. If you're thinking about moving to Thailand, and you had that initial conversation with your family and friends about leaving your home country, whether it's the US or anywhere in the West, wherever, I want to have that conversation because I kind of know what the response of your family and friends were. So you make the decision you're going to move to Thailand, Bangkok, wherever, maybe Southeast Asia, and you tell your friends and family, hey, I'm retired. I want to move somewhere where I can live my retirement with ease, affordable, and enjoy my life the rest of my life. I'm going to move to Thailand. And their initial reaction is shock, probably. And first of all, yeah, shock, and then disbelief, and then resentment, argumentative, and of course worried. It's normal for your friends and loved ones to have those responses, you know, to be shocked, you know, surprised, even worried for your well-being, because you know, big lifestyle changes result in even bigger responses or bigger emotional reactions. A lot of times the concerns come more from fear of distance, safety, change. Not from judgment necessarily, but a lot of times it is from judgment. So what I did, and I'll tell you at the end what I ended up telling my family and friends, but what you should probably do is, first of all, acknowledge that they have those concerns, put them at ease, you know, letting them know that, hey, I know what I'm doing, I've done my research. Hopefully you have done your research and you know what you're getting into. Maybe you've visited here. I would definitely suggest you visit these places first before you decide to move here permanently. It's just not a good idea to just come sight unseen. You wouldn't buy a car online without test driving it first. You wouldn't marry a woman over the internet without first dating. Would you? Would you? I hope not. So, like I said in a previous video, people often equate Thailand as vacation mode. But to be completely honest, there's a huge expat community here that lives here, like me, a year now. There's expats that have lived here most of their life, even, you know, many years. And they live here and they stay here because they love it here. One, it's cheaper than in the West, most likely. Two, it's great weather, so if you hate the cold, you're going to love it here because it's never cold. I mean, this is the time of year that it gets the coolest, and once in a while in the evenings it'll drop below 70 degrees Fahrenheit, and then during the day it's in the upper 70s, maybe hits 80, a little above 80. This is the perfect time of year if you like mild weather. So you got to clarify your motivation. It's not necessarily about escaping the West, although that may have a lot to do with it, especially with what's going on in the West right now. It's more about choosing a lifestyle that fits your goals. So if it's budget-wise, if you're on a fixed income or will be on a fixed income, you need to find a place where that fixed income will last month to month and you'll not run out of money in the future. Maybe where you live now in the West, maybe the budget's a little too tight to be comfortable, and you want to be comfortable. That's one of the reasons why I'm here in Thailand, one of the reasons why I stayed in Southeast Asia after my job ended, because I wanted to live that comfortable lifestyle, and I couldn't live as good a life back in my home country in the US as I can now. I don't want to have to worry about anything. You know, maybe you want a simpler, calmer life, and you can get that here in Thailand. Even in Bangkok, it's such a huge city and it's got all that energy, but I was talking to a friend the other day and we were talking about, and we both agreed that yes, it's got that energy, but it's a calm energy. It's not a frantic energy like maybe New York City is. So it's not that stressful energy that you get maybe in some cities in the US or in the West. So address some of the common misconceptions. You know, they're going to bring up safety. Oh, you won't be safe there. I've heard Thailand's a dangerous country, or wherever in Southeast Asia you're planning on going. You're going to hear that all the time. To be honest, Thailand's generally safe. I have no issues. I have no worries about walking the streets of Bangkok, even at night. The local Thai people are super friendly and super polite and respectful and law-abiding. I mean, I've said this several times, I've left my gear bag at locations 3 different times here in Bangkok, and every time I've gone back there, it's been there waiting for me. Even at Chatuchak Market one time, I had to go back the next day because they had closed by the time I realized I had left my bag, and the lady at the restaurant there saw me coming, and she knew I was coming back for my bag, and she had it hanging on a nail on the post waiting for me. So that's what's great. You know, I do worry about some of the vacationers, some of the expats, maybe not so honest. But as far as the Thais and the local people, I don't worry at all about that. I feel completely safe. Healthcare, they're going to bring up healthcare. Thailand has some of the best healthcare in the world, and it's relatively inexpensive compared to the West. So, and there's not a lot of waiting time, so you don't have to sit around and wait and come back a month later. You get taken care of right away most of the time. And it's relatively cheap, like I said. Now, not cheap to the extent where you don't need insurance, but the day-to-day small things you can pay out of pocket with no problems. I would definitely get insurance for more of the major medical stuff because those bills can add up, even though they are less expensive than what you would pay in the West generally. they are still very expensive to get some major medical operations and procedures. The other thing they might say is, oh, you're going to be lonely, you won't know anybody there. Loneliness will come up in the conversation. And to be honest with you, you know, I'm a lonely bull for a reason. I like my alone time, but I've had no problems meeting people here in Thailand, or even when I was in the Philippines or Vietnam, living there for a while. I had no problems meeting people and making friends. It's very easy to meet other expats, and the only thing I would caution is just be careful of the quality of person you're meeting and becoming friends with. Get to know them a little bit first, get to understand their background a little bit, maybe where they're coming from, and then make a decision on whether you want to be steady friends with that person or not. Yeah, you're not going to be lonely unless you choose to be. Also, make sure they know that you're not disappearing completely. It's not like you're never going to see them again. You know, you could get flights back to your home country, you know, once a year if you want, or however often you want. Maybe you want to do it more than once. Maybe you don't want to do it. It's been 2 years since I've been back, and I do need to go, but with my education visa and my school, it'll be next year, probably this time next year, before I make a trip back to the US to take care of some things and to see my family and friends. But yeah, make sure they understand it's not permanent. It's not like they'll never see you again. And, you know, to be honest, you don't even need a phone, really. You can do Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, Line, and do FaceTime with all your family and friends in the US at basically no charge, really. So you can still connect with them on a personal basis, even if you're halfway around the world. I would set boundaries too. You know, be respectful. Hopefully they'll be respectful back to you. Make sure they understand that this is your decision and it's a final decision. Please respect my decision. This is something that you've thought through, so make sure they understand that it's just not a knee-jerk reaction, and hopefully it's not. Something that you've thought through, you've worked out the budget, you've worked out the planning, you know, you've worked out what you're going to do in the U.S. or in your home country to downsize and get rid of the personal things that you will no longer need when you move out here. So, you know, appreciate their concern, but let them know that you've made this plan and it works for you, and it's not about them, it's about you. That's the bottom line. And, you know, don't be afraid to invite them to your journey. You know, if they want to come visit you, by all means, let them come visit you. Now, I've invited my family and friends to come visit, but they probably won't. It's just a little bit, you know, most of my family, my sisters, they're all much older than me, so traveling this far would not be a good thing for them. It just wouldn't work. Most of my cousins and my other family members, about the same. They you know, they either still work or they're retired and comfortable in their area. So probably that travel wouldn't be good for them or wouldn't work out for them. Now, I do have friends that are my age or younger that by all means, they would probably love to visit here, and maybe at some point in the future they will. So, but keep that door open and make sure that they're welcome to come visit you in your new home and in your new environment. And maybe that will help them understand a little more about why you chose here to retire. You know, once they see that reality, they usually relax a little bit. Once they see that you're safe and you're happy and budget-wise you're able to live a great life, they're more happy and they're more relaxed about the whole situation. Also acknowledge that emotional side. It's okay for them to be nervous or sad or even angry to an extent. I wouldn't push that issue. It's like, why are you so angry? You know, it's like, if they're angry, it's like, okay, it's okay to be angry, but why are you angry? Are you angry because you're sad that I'm leaving? Nervous, jealous? What exactly is it that makes you angry? But, you know, obviously be respectful. Hopefully they're respectful back to you, and you'll have a good conversation. Also acknowledge the fact that whether it's family or friends, acknowledge that you respect your relationship with them, each one, and that's not going to change no matter where you live. Make sure they understand that, and hopefully you will tell them, I don't want your feelings to change toward me either, no matter where I live. And then you can also talk to them about your retirement and why you worked all your life to get to this retirement position, and you want retirement to be enjoyable. You want to be happy in retirement, and this is what makes you happy. Moving out to Thailand or wherever. It doesn't have to be Thailand, it doesn't have to be Bangkok, it doesn't have to be Southeast Asia. Wherever you feel the best and the most comfortable going to, tell them that's how you feel, and you want to be, you want to live your retirement years enjoying your life. In fact, you want it to be more enjoyable in retirement than it ever was when you were in that work mode. I mean, that's how I feel. I'm living the best life I've ever had. I've never been more happy. I've never been more satisfied with life. And the fact that it's all stress-free, because I don't have to worry about bills, I don't have to worry about work, I don't have to worry about money. It's all enjoyable. So make sure they understand that's the reason why you work so hard all your life, to get to the point where you can enjoy retirement. And this place, with all it has to offer, is why you want to be here to live your retirement life. You know, you might also want to say, you know, Thailand or Bangkok or wherever you're at gives you everything. It gives you the climate, it gives you the affordability, it gives you the community, and it gives you the comfort of the retirement life that you pictured in your mind all your life while you were working. And finally, end with confidence. You know, let them know you're excited about this change and this next step in your life, this next part of your life, that retirement life. Let them know that you're excited about it and you're at peace with your decision. Make sure they understand that you've thought this through and this is the thing you want to do. And then ask or tell them that you hope they support you in your decision and that they're happy for you. Now, I told you I'd tell you what I told my family. First of all, my friends, all my friends were for it. They said, this is great, JJ, enjoy your life. I want to come see you when you're out there. I want to come visit. I want a vacation there. So all my friends were excited about it. They were happy for me because they understood that I was in that retirement mode and I was ready to move, and I've been talking about Southeast Asia for a long time. So friends were fine with it. The family, my outside family, like my cousins and that, they were questioning, you know, why you want to move to Southeast Asia, why you want to live there. Are you coming back? Do you miss us? Do you miss the US? That sort of thing. But they were accepting of it. My sisters, my middle sister, who I'm closest to, she was all for it because she's kind of like me. My life kind of followed her life. She was that loner. She did her own thing away from the family, you know, joined the Navy, traveled the world, does her own thing, and doesn't care what anybody else thinks. My other two sisters, my parents are both gone. My other two sisters, both much older than me too, they couldn't understand. They still live in Nebraska, never moved outside of the area around our home city. They couldn't understand why I would want to move. Even though I've traveled all over the US and lived in 8 different states, they could not understand, why would you want to leave the country? We'll never see you again. Well, my response to that was, you never see me now. The last time I was in Nebraska, I wanted to stop by and see you, and you said no. So they said, well, my sister's not feeling well, and it was during COVID, so she was afraid. I understand all that. I get it, but still, I mean, you had your chance to see your younger brother, and you said no. And it's a rarity that I was back in Nebraska, because I traveled. I was all over the country, and I didn't live near Nebraska. So anyway, so it's like, you never see me now, and it's not like I'm going to be out of any communication at all, you can still message me on Facebook. You can still message me on Messenger. Call me if you want to call me. Text me. Anything you want to do, I'm always available. So, you know, my son was pretty ambivalent about the whole thing. He didn't care one way or another. He's doing his own thing anyway. He's a grown man now, so he's kind of on his own. So that really didn't affect him one way or another. So, but that's understandable with him. He's at that age where, you know, he's almost 30 now and he's doing his own thing. So that wasn't an issue for him. So he was okay with it. I would just say, like I said at the beginning, stop giving a what other people say or think about what your plans are, because bottom line, they're your plans. Fulfill your dream if that's what it is, and enjoy your life, and don't let that outside noise interfere with what your plans are for your retirement, for your future. You know, even if you're not retiring, if you want to work here as a digital nomad, that's a great opportunity too. There's so many options for you out here. So if you're still below retirement age, and I got a lot of subscribers that are, a lot of viewers that probably are, don't worry about it. You can come here and enjoy your life. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Comment below what you think. And I've lived here 1 year now in Bangkok, and if you want to know my top 10 takeaways for living here in Bangkok for 1 year, check out this video up here in the corner, and it'll tell you all about that. And as always, live life, my friend. Sabai sabai. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.